Thank you for joining me today for counting down the top 10 whirlpools in video games. That's right, we're starting off with this one called Cobra Triangle. Speed and skill are all that you can have to save you from things like this. The whirlpools, they're spinning round and round. You have to watch out your Cobra Triangle boat. These are iconic number 9 whirlpools from, of course, everybody has heard of the video game series Pokemon. That's right, these are the Whirl Islands, getting their name from the whirlpools that are floating around next to them, and it's a huge swirl of whirlpool water. You can use Pokemon like Tentacruel, Quagsire, Kingler, different whirlpool users, and it's even used in battle, but you can also use it on the world map to get across whirlpools, but in battle it's not really that good of a move. In Pokemon Snap, guess what? More whirlpools. What's inside this whirlpool in the Mariana Trench? Who knows? But in this whirlpool right here for the N64, there's a Dragonite. I'm not even kidding. There's really a Dragonite in there. This is Franklin's Great Adventure, and there aren't any Dragonites in the whirlpools, but they are even better designed whirlpools. Just look at them. Those were number 6, 10, 9, 8. That was number 7. This is number 6. They're from Wario Party. Everyone remembers that this game has a whole bunch of different whirlpools, but these ones from the Nintendo's DS one is probably the best ones. There are these like cheap whirlpools that he makes when he's like drinking up the water. Cheap, you see them, two different views right there. You can see the cheaps making the whirlpools in the water. That's what I guess cheaps can always have done that. This is from the sea that Theo is sailing in. The whirlpool devours Theo's tiny craft, but that's okay. You're supposed to go inside the underwater cave. So you're supposed to find the whirlpool, and of course that is in the video game Sword of Hope 2 for the official Game Boy fan pack. This is, no, we're not talking about like sand whirlpools. Once again, we're talking about Final Fantasy whirlpools. This one has two different kinds, just like Pokemon. You have overworld maps, pool maps, and in battle game. When you're using it as a whirlpool attack, you can actually use the attack called Whirlpool if you're one of those people. If you have that job, it's like Geomancer or something. This is Mario's Time Machine that we all do know and love. And look at these whirlpools. You're supposed to be either avoiding whirlpools or going into the whirlpools, because guess what? In this game, why they're so cool is they're like time portal transport whirlpools that will transfer you from like Michelangelo's times back into Mario's like New Brooklyn times. This is from another Legend of Zelda game, but it's from a different Legend of Zelda game than the one that wins. The one that is second best place is these whirlpools from Legend of Zelda's Wind Waker, and the wind whips up whirlpools just like this big guy. These are the whirlpools that he's at the center of, and you swirl around them, shooting bombs at him. These are the number 1 video game whirlpools in all of video games. Yes, that's right, they're the ones from the dry docks in Mario's 64 level. There they are right there. Thank you for joining me.